Women who live alone. What do you keep in your home to feel safe? When I lived alone, I would put those sliding window security locks in every window so they couldn't be wedged open. And I would even wedge chairs under doors. A dog also helps. And I'd have a nice bedroom door lock law. IDK. I guess I was trying to make a bunch of hard obstacles before they could get to my room. I used to keep a baseball bat with a sock on the end near my bed when I lived alone. It's to give you a second chance to swing if someone grabs the bat on your first swing. They'll be staring a rondo sock in their hand when you nail him in the balls or face. Thankfully, I never had to use it. I no longer live alone. But when my husband is out of town, I feel safe knowing that I know all of my neighbors well enough to run to their house at any hour, and they'd let me in. I also have to fierce guard dogs that bark anytime anyone gets near our house me. Since I've moved out of state, and I don't have my license anymore, I have a machete. I'm not kidding, I really do, for weeding and stuff in my garden, but it's actually a rather large machete between my box spring and my mattress and other things. But I've always liked knives. I have a cat for pest control, spiders and rats, etc. I had a mini poodle who weighed 15 pounds and was very protective of me. Poodles are great dogs because they're fiercely protective of their person and is not a restricted breed. Very easy to train as well. I have a lot of strategically placed 3-wick jar candles. I don't actually burn them. They're there for pleasant scent and the fact that they can crack a skull. I had an incident many years ago, and as soon as you start lobbing those things, your target's gonna run. Friends used to bug me about security when I lived alone. It was a doorman building in a respectable part of Manhattan. But apparently that wasn't good enough, so I taped a target to the refrigerator. The holes were just from a 9mm, but it got the point across. I always feel safe at home. No need for anything to make me feel safe. It probably comes from living in countries where guns are heavily restricted. If I need something, I have plenty of kitchen knives, but I don't where I live. I keep a knife wedged in a frame of each exterior door. It acts as a deadbolt and is a decent hiding spot for a weapon. In a pinch, nobody looks at the door frame to find an impromptu weapon unless you know it's there. I live in an apartment full of cameras in the building, and I got a 22 my dad gave me. I feel pretty safe at my own home, although to be fair, I did upgraded my lock. Did that at every apartment I ever lived actually. I live in a very small, very rural town, in a low crime state. And that does the trick. When I lived in bigger cities, I was careful to lock the doors. I didn't think anything else was necessary. I have this giant thing that was sold as a paperweight, but what it is a huge and heavy red diamond thing shaped a bit like a heart. One side is a very sharp point. It stays right by my bed. 2 dogs, multiple loaded guns. So the op asked what did I keep in my house when I was single. I also had an alarm system. Almost forgot I also have impact glass for intruders and hurricanes. When I lived alone in an apartment, I bought men's shoes from Goodwill, left them outside by the doormat so PPL didn't think I lived alone. That my 22 made me feel safe. A set of nunchucks, Granny's cane, my machete, and 3 vicious felines. They wake me up by growling. They do a wonderful job. And I spoil them rotten also. A loaded 45. I have a dog that, although crated at night, will react like crazy if someone walks into the house even if I don't hear it. I also have those leverage bars on both entries. My cat is my familiar who can absorb unworthy souls who step upon her grounds. Also I have a .3006 rifle in case she's sleeping and needs not be disturbed. 0. Louisville Slugger. A 60-piece set of Worcester chef knives. Bear repellent spray, duct tape, a pack of 12 bungee cords, a 1000 candle power spotlight. A lucky bonus in my city is that most apartments have chain locks as well, and I've started only signing leases with them. Just some added reassurance. I use a Kevin McAllister-style security system of leaving crap in front of my doors so anyone breaking in will knock shit over and I'll hear it. Shattered baseball bat under my bed. Locked doors and windows. An alarm set. Sometimes I'll leave men's gear around, shoes, underwear, etc. I put dowels in the windowsills. Lock all the doors. bolt front door by 2. Pepper spray in the bedside table. Sleep with my phone next to me. Doorbell camera blink with echo show that can snap to a door view. A hockey stick at the top of the stairs. And a hammer by my bed. Nothing. I think I forgot to lock my balcony doors last night. I'm generally pretty good about locking my front door, though. Lots of books don't need anything worse. Shark attack is more likely statistically than non-drug dealer home invasion where I am. I spend a few nights home alone. I ensure all doors and windows are locked. I also have visible security cameras and sensor lights. My mum keeps a giant fucking dog in her home to feel safe. And I gotta say, she really is safe with that big bastard there. Hell, I'm scarier than most anything that could come in. And I've watched enough crime shows to know how to hide a body. So many scared babies out there who prob act like tough guys saying get a gun now. I have a phone, that's all I need. My dog, and a pair of size 13 men's work boots that I left outside my door to make it look like I didn't. Live alone, a handful of none of your damn business. A fuck around and find out. And some not today motherfucker. Ayo guys, can Nerf mega guns be used, or the Rival series, or the Vulcan? Those were the days. A shiny metal bat, a bent rusty hatchet full of tetanus. The shotgun is locked in the gun safe. A few guns, tasers, knives, a katana. The list goes on, but if you'll got the time. 2 guns, titanium dive knife that is still sharp after 2 decades, and my sarcastic wit. My sister has her collection of military-grade firearms visible from the window. Giant dog. Nothing gets within 25 feet of my house without him letting me know. And where exactly do you hide it? And what time do you usually fall asleep? I don't live alone. But when my husband is away, my dogs make me feel safe. My 130-pound doggy. Huge sweetheart unless he thinks you're threatening me. Deadbolt on bedroom door and bathroom door. Bear spray and baseball bat. All I need is my big dildo. And it makes me feel safer every time I'm alone. I don't live alone anymore. But when I did, my dog made me feel safe. I dated a girl who slept in bed with a machete. She named it Kevin. Personally, if I were a woman, I'd have a giant male German Shepherd. Security system, Nest cans, and 15 years of Krav Maga training. I don't do anything really. My dog would bark if anything was up. My dog for tangible threats. My cats for spiritual threats. Every door and window locked and a gun hidden next to my bed. I usually remember to lock the doors, but that's about it. I keep a blue pickup truck out front. Looks like a man's. Smart home security and self-defense systems to help me.